Hello everyone, this is MC Deck Discussions and I'm Abby Small. And today we're going to be going over some formatting for when you want to write up your deck description after you've created a deck. So maybe you've created it and you've gone ahead and played it some and you want to put a description, whether it's for you or publicly, and you want it to have some decent formatting. So I'm just going to give you a few basics. So I made a copy of the deck I'm currently playtesting. So called Flight Plan number 29, Victory is Inevitable. And of course, now it's a clone. So let's go ahead and hit edit. All right, and then you want to go to notes. So if you look at the tabs up here, we see notes, click on that. And then this is where you can start typing in those notes. So first thing is I actually like to include my title. So I'm going to put that up here. And it's nice to have those titles show up. So down here is where you're going to see what it looks like. It'll be a little lighter than what it looks like in the end, but that's where you'll see what it looks like. And so first thing is I might want to have that italicized. So all it takes is an asterisk. You can also use, if any of you know HTML, you can use HTML codes here too. But I'm just going to use the simple ones that you can use directly with MarvelCDB. Okay, so do an asterisk at the beginning and the end for wherever you want, for as much of the text as you want italicized, and you can see down here is now italicized. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see that better. Okay. All right, so again, scroll down, now you can see it's italicized. But suppose I wanted it bold instead, so that's very simple. We do double asterisks. And now we will see that the title is in bold. Okay? And the one thing I like to do with my titles is I actually like both. So you can just pile those on top of each other. So you basically have both a single pair of asterisks and a double, in other words, triple asterisks. And now if I scroll down here, we can see that that has been italicized and bolded. So next, why don't I go ahead and demonstrate, suppose you're writing up your deck and you want to mention one of your cards over here. So in this case, that one of the key cards in this deck is Ready for a Fight. And so let's go ahead and say I'm going to type something about that, right? So I'll just say that. One of the key cards in this deck is... And then you want it to actually be a link that people can hover over so that they can see what the card actually says. And you just put in the pound sign, I guess also known as hashtag for those who aren't as old as I am. And then start typing in Ready for a Fight. Now, sometimes the title you have might not show up but of the list, but it looks like it's here. So just with Ready, it comes up. Let's see if it shows up. Well, let me show you where it is first. So notice Ready for a Fight is down here at the bottom, but I might also try Fight, F-I-G-H-T, and again, there's Ready for a Fight, but I do want you to notice if I try to type more words, Ready for, so notice it doesn't show up, right? So you can only type one word when you're doing this, right? So now I'll go ahead and select Ready for a Fight, and if I scroll down, I can now see there it is. And if a person hovers over it, so this is what people would actually see in your deck. They hover over it and they can see the description of that card. Okay. And then one more thing that I wanted to demonstrate for today, and that is bullet points. Okay. So what you can do is, let's suppose you're making some bullet points and you want to have bullet points with some, what do you call it, like subscripted bullet points. I'm not sure how to actually say that. So what I do is I'll do a space, then a hyphen, and then another space. You do have to have a space after the hyphen, and then start saying something. So I'll say, these are some bullet points. Okay. All right. And then down here, you can see, oh yeah, there it is as a bullet point. Okay. And then suppose I wanted to do another bullet point, right? So you just make sure these are level with each other, right? And then here's another bullet point. Okay. And you can see that also forming here. But suppose you had like I said, I don't know what to say it's indented from there. So if you want it indented from there, then you'd go one more space in compared to your original hyphen and do a hyphen. And then now start typing what you want for this, right? So you say, oh, this is, oops, I forgot my space. So notice I forgot my space after the hyphen, and it's just typing a little dash afterwards. But now let me put my space in, boom, now it's showing up here, right? So now it's saying this is indented. Okay. And you can see there's that extra bullet point, and I could do another one after that. Say, notice this is also indented. Okay. All right. And then you can mix those other things I mentioned before. So perhaps you wanted this upper one bolded. So you do, so let's say you want these upper ones bolded. You could do those double asterisks. So I'll do it here too, right? And then perhaps at the next level here, you wanted them to be italicized. So I just put a single asterisk on each side, and it ends up being italicized, right? So in both of these. So it depends on what you want, okay? So nothing fancy there. You can also add other things too, again, with HTML. But that's what I wanted to show for today. So let me go ahead and hit save. Okay. And I do want you to see one extra thing. So notice how much better it looks when I'm done, right? So it wasn't very, didn't look fantastic, but now notice, look how bold this is, and the italics show up really well. So it looks really good, right? And you can see there's that link. If you hover over it, then we can see that. But I did want to show you one more thing. So if you want to actually publish it publicly, you can see more options right off the bat. So typically, I want to type mine up like this ahead of time. But if you are going to publish it publicly, so let me click on that so you can see. So first of all, you can indicate a few things up above, like I tend to indicate solo, and a lot of times mine might be thematic or something. Okay, and then if you look down here, notice it's written, the way we had it before. If I click preview, though, I can see what it's going to look like. Okay, and when I'm done, I'll be able to save it down here. But what I wanted to show you is, so in preview form, I can't click these other things, but if I click preview again, so it's back in this format, you can see, oh, I can bold, italicize, I can put in links, right? So let's say you're a YouTube content creator, you could be able to put in links. You can do some numbering here, right? You can see the bullet points, quotes, and you can see other levels of things that you can do over here as well. So just want to show you those other things, ways that you can do this too. And that's it for today. So if you enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe. And I love having conversations in the comments if you want to comment there too. All right, so that's it. I'm not going to save this because I don't want this to be public. Have a good one, everybody.